So there was the starting lineup for the Lewistown Indians. We'll go over them again. And you see a number 4 in the lineup tonight. Savannah Ramsey, Kenzie Griswold, Abigail Schaefer is back. There's number 4. Amanda Stevens, Summer Ramsey, and Abby McMillan. You are watching TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. As you can see, it was 25-14 actually in the fresh soft game as the Suns got the win there. 25-23, 25-14. So we'll clear that off for you. Reset the game, restart the action as we're getting ready to go with Varsity Volleyball here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett, Evan Wagner on the camera again tonight. The Suns have their setter back. Abigail Schaefer is back in the starting lineup. She was here on Monday night. She didn't get to practice, didn't get to play, but she did take part in some of the drills to get ready. But she's back after missing officially about a week and a half after getting a concussion during the first championship pool play game against Illini West during the Lady Suns Classic. And back to her normal serving spot, Abby McMillan serves first for the Suns. And 2 hits. A point for Abby McMillan, excuse me. And it's the Suns up 1-0. Ramsey, Schaefer a bump set for her first attempt. Kenzie Griswold is going to get the kill. Kenzie Griswold with the kill. McMillan with another point. And the Suns are up 2-0 over Lewistown. McMillan serves again. Back set. Off the block of Stevens, Abigail Wiegand gets the kill, and she'll go back to serve now. Ramsey's there. It's going to be Stevens on the attack. It's dug by the libero back there. I'll wait and see what the number is. It is number 5, Taylor Malott. And she tries to get that dig, but she's not going to get there. An unpassable dig attempt. And Kenzie Griswold gets her second kill. And she'll go back to serve. Kenzie back to the left hitting position with Stevens in the front row. And a long serve goes deep and out of play. 3-2. Going back to serve. Looks like it's going to be number 8. Cameron Bainter. Stevens. Schaefer on the set this time to Summer Ramsey, and Summer Ramsey gets the kill, and another side out. And Abigail Schaefer coming back to serve for the first time since returning here. Set number 1, 4-2. Suns with the lead. Schaefer with the jump serve. It's passed from the back row. It's going to be middle on the attack. And the kill is going to go to number 13, Kaylee Schubert. Side out. Going back to serve. Looks like it's number 15, Shanna Judd. Schaefer's going to set to Stevens. Stevens on the attack and a kill. She drives it home. Amanda Stevens gets her first kill, and she'll come back to serve. She was the by far most dominant player in the win the other night. And both game balls come back, one from in the hallway and one from the bench. Stevens' serve drops it right in with an ace. Coach Kerr said she's serving with much more authority, and when she does that, she serves better, and she has been serving very well here in the last couple of matchups. And she gets an ace there. That's deep and out as I jinxed her. The announcer's jinx right there, folks. I apologize if you're a Suns fan. 6-4 is the score. Number 13 is Kaylee Schubert back to serve. Schaefer goes to get it. Ramsey of the Savannah variety sends it across. Going to be to the net. McMillan's there. Set from Stevens to McMillan, and she's going to get the kill. Stevens the set assist. McMillan the kill. And Summer Ramsey's going to come back to serve for her first time at the service line. Short is Doug. It's going to come across. Out to left. McMillan on the drive and the kill. She gets her second. And Griswold, if you're keeping track at home, played left when she was with Stevens in the front row. She's playing middle with McMillan in the front row. Here as McMillan is hitting from the left side. That's something that happened during Schaefer's absence, and it looks like it's going to stick. You might have heard Coach Kerr say that earlier. Passing error results in a point. Summer Ramsey gets her second. It's 9-4. Suns with the lead. Ramsey with the serve again, and it's into the net. A service error. 9-5. It looks like Malott is going to come in to serve. Taylor Malott, the libero, serving for the Indians. Summer Ramsey is there. Stevens goes to get it. Abigail Schaefer is going to send it across. To the net it comes. We pushed back. Stevens is there. Bump set back to McMillan, and she's going to hit it deep and out. A hitting error for Abby McMillan as she hit right at Chris Dewar back there. He'll have some highlights of this contest on KHQA a little bit later. Malott gets her first service point. That's the first service point of the game. She nearly got an ace right there. Schaefer from the back row, and she's going to get a kill. Abigail Schaefer, a back row attack and a kill. And it's 10-6, and Savannah Ramsey coming back to serve for the first time now. Their serve is a little miscommunication there, but they were able to get to it. Schaefer with the dig. Griswold thought she was going to get it, and she saw somebody coming to her in the corner of her eye and let it go, so it falls to the floor. Landry Smith going back to serve now, checking in for the Indians, number 15, Judd. Side out on the service error. Brings the serve back to Abby McMillan. Schaefer on the overpass, hit it home. Judd on the attack. Summer Ramsey's there. Schaefer back out to Griswold from the left side now. It's Doug in the back row. Schaefer. Stevens is going to push it back to Schaefer. Both setters in the front row now, and they can both attack. And Schaefer had one there. Now Schaefer's going to set middle to Stevens, and she's going to hit it right off the face of Dalton, I believe. It is number 27, Carly Dalton, and Stevens gets the kill. McMillan gets the point. A rather long rally, but it's the third service point for McMillan. It's going to be on the attack was Wigan, but the block for Amanda Stevens, her first point, number 4 for McMillan. And the Suns open up a 13-7 advantage now over Lewiston, the Lewiston Indians. And McMillan sends one just barely over the net. Dalton with the attack. And McMillan couldn't do anything with it. Both Griswold and Summer Ramsey went to it, and it came right down on top of McMillan, essentially. Wigan is going to go back to serve now. And nobody could do anything with it. As checking back in is going to be number 13, Schubert. Going out is going to be Dalton. Wigan serve. Doug out to Stevens. She's going to tip it. And she just goes up like she's going to kill it, and then she just tipped it across. Kill number 3 for Stevens, 14-8. The Zoe Griswold coming in to serve now. I do believe it is Zoe. Short serve. Malott is there. Nice pass, though. The left-handed to right-handed hitter, or right side hitter over there was number 8. That was Bainter. Now the slide, and Not a real good set. It didn't get high enough, and Stevens was just chasing it. She got it over the net, but it actually hit the wall, I think, in the back. And Bainter is going to serve the lefty with the jump serve. McMillan is there. Schaefer is going to set to Stevens, and she's going to get blocked that time by Richardson. And then Richardson's going to hit it into the net on a hitting error, but a big block by Anna Richardson. But it's a side out nonetheless. Big block, but good defense by the Suns as Abigail Schaefer now coming back to serve. She has not had a service point yet. She does have one kill. Back set, it's pushed across. McMillan's there. Schaefer is going to set outside to Summer Ramsey. Dug by Bainter. That's going to be pushed across. Ramsey's there. Schaefer now is going to set middle to Stevens, and everybody dove out of the way of that one. Weigand and Dewar as well jumped out of the way of that one. Stevens gets the kill. First point for Schaefer, and it's 16-9. Schaefer serve. They're going to get a chance to get across. They do with Bainter. And a little miscommunication, but it's sent across again. Now Richardson blocked by Savannah Ramsey. She gets the dig. Now it's going to be Wiegand sending it across. Summer Ramsey on the bump set from Schaefer. It's dug by Richardson. Back set to the far side. That was over there was Judd. And now Stevens with the attack. And then it's an overpass, and you feed that bear, and she's going to eat. She drove that inside the 10-foot line. Amanda Stevens gets her 5th kill. Schaefer gets another point. And the Suns force the Indians into a timeout. 17-9 is the score. We'll take a break as well and be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. You know, they're all good. And you get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
And welcome back to Southeastern High School, as the Suns have opened up a 17-9 lead. Schaefer with a floating serve that time. Richardson on the attack. Ramsey's there for the dig. Schaefer's going to go back to Summer Ramsey on the attack. It's dug in the back row by Wiegland. Bainter for the back row attack. Schaefer's going to set to Ramsey again with the bump set, and this time she's going to tip it. And the Indians are going to, they had a really good shot to get it across. Great hustle there, but they could not get it up and across, and Schaefer is going to get another service point. Unofficially her 3rd, and it's 18-9. Bainter on the serve receive. Back set goes to Judd. McMillan is there, but can't do anything with it. Shauna Judd is going to get her first kill, and she'll go back to serve now with her team trailing by 8, 18-10. Allred coming in for the Suns. McMillan on the serve receive from Judd. Now Stevens. Deep left corner. It's a kill for Amanda Stevens. Give her 6. She's going to come back to serve. There's one service point, which was an ace. 19-10 is the score. Suns with the lead. Stevens at the service line. And into the net it goes. A service error. T. Spain, Pastor Tom Spain watching. Thanks for joining us, Pastor Tom. Haven't seen you in the chat for a while. Happy to have you watching. Stevens is going to tip it back, and they're going to call 4 hits. And it's 19-12. Point was for Schubert. McMillan is going to drive it off the block, abusing the block of the Indians, and McMillan's going to get her 3rd kill. Summer Ramsey coming back to serve now. 20-12, the Suns with the lead here in set number 1. Bainter goes to get that, has trouble with it, but they do get it across. And a double hit called on the Indians. Summer Ramsey's going to get the point. That's her third service point. And the Riley Van Fleet going to come in, replacing Zoe Griswold. And Summer Ramsey is going to get the ace. Her first. It's 22-12. Allred will be right. Van Fleet, who was thinking she needed to go right, realized she has to play left. McMillan will be in the middle here with this group on the front row. That's going to be hit deep and out of play. That was Landry Smith, I believe, on the attack. Summer Ramsey gets her fifth service point. 23-12. Trying to double up the Indians right here, and she's going to do it with an ace off the arms of Bainter. Sixth service point, second ace. And it's 24-12, a set point opportunity for Summer Ramsey and the Southeastern Suns. Jump serve is a let serve. They did get it up. That's impressive because that was going to be a tough one. Schaefer's there. Stevens going to set outside to Van Fleet. Van Fleet gets it across, but it is dug. It's going to come back to Richardson. She sends it across. Stevens is there. Schaefer bump sets out to Van Fleet again. She's going to hit it down the line. Again, it's dug. This time it's tipped across, and Landry Smith is going to get the kill and stave off the likely inevitable for at least one more point here as Malott goes back to serve. She has to serve 9 straight just to extend this for the Indians. 24-13. Stevens going to back set to Allred. Allred on the attack, and she's going to get the kill. Destiny Allred gets the kill. Her first of the game, and it's the biggest one of the game as she gets the set point here in set number 1. 25-13, the final in set number 1. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in just a couple minutes.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
And we're back here at Southeastern High School, 25-13, the final in set 1. And it will be Huygen serving for the Indians as they get it across to the Suns. Suns win set 1. The attack, Schaefer with the dig. Stevens from the back row. It's dug by Huygen back there. We tipped across. McMillan's there. Schaefer's going to set middle to Kinsey Griswold. It's dug by Malott. Pushed across. Summer Ramsey's there. Schaefer's going to set back row attack by Stevens, and it's going to fall. I thought that was in from where I was sitting, but they call it out. 1-0 lead for the Abigail Huygen and the Indians. Summer Ramsey back to McMillan, and she'll get the kill on a back set by Schaefer. McMillan gets her fourth, and she's going to go back to serve. Abby McMillan levels the score at 1 apiece. Once again, if you're watching, it doesn't matter where you're watching from. We love to have you in the live chat. Pastor Tom is there. Hop in there, tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. That goes for either team. It's a nice tip, but dug by Summer Ramsey. Now it's going to be to Stevens, and it's blocked right there. A big block by Kaylee Schubert. And a side out for the Indians. Yeah, like the stream or like the broadcast if you would on YouTube. Share it. We greatly appreciate it. Stevens with a big-time attack. Boehner got in there. She had a nice dig, but it was so hard it just went straight up to the ceiling and right back down again. And Griswold is going to serve now. And a let serve, and that thing rolled over. I hit the bottom two-thirds of the ball on the let serves. But the let serves tonight, I usually say they never get dug, but they've been dug tonight, nearly every one of them. Ramsey on the attack, cross court and a kill for Summer Ramsey, her second. Now Kinsey Griswold coming back to serve, 3-2. Suns with the lead. Boehner with the dig. Back set goes to Judd. It's off the block. McMillan's there. Schaefer's going to go the slide, and it's too short for Stevens, and it's a side out on the setting there. It's 3-3. And Judd is going back to serve. Shauna Judd, or Shana, and she's going to serve it into the net. I apologize. I hope I have all these names right. I've done this sports thing for about 25 years, folks, maybe even more than that. I'd have to add it up. But Schaefer with the serve. The roster that they had tonight that was sent by Lewistown might be the most unusual and most difficult roster to try to figure out as Ramsey gets the kill that I have ever seen in my entire life. Fourth service point, third kill. It's got multiple players with the same number. Both teams listed together with two players, and they have a lot of sophomores and juniors, and it was crazy. And then they changed numbers, and they didn't have the changed numbers for the players. I had to go over the booth. It was crazy, folks, just absolutely nuts. So I apologize. Another hitting error results in another point for Schaefer. So I hope I have all the names right. 6-3 Suns now. Landry Smith hits it into the net, a hitting error. 7-3 Suns. Schaefer up to 6 service points now. Tipped across by Stevens. Chance for and a hitting error for the Indians as Schubert had the opportunity. Coming in for the Indians going to be Louise Godlinski. Schubert's going to take a seat. Point number 7 for Schaefer, and it's 8-3. Short serve, Weigert with the serve receive, and then it's going to be a couple bad passes. Another point for Schaefer. 9-3 is the score. Short. To the net it comes. It's tipped across. Schaefer's there. Out to Summer Ramsey. Boehner with the dig. Tipped across and down on the overpass. And Stevens gets kill number 7. 10-3. Point number 9 unofficially for Schaefer. Nice pass that time. And that's going to be hit out. That was Richardson. It's 11 points now. 10 service points. And it's 11-3 and a timeout charge to the Indians. We'll take one as well and be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH in just about 15 seconds.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
And we're back here at Southeastern High School in Augusta, Illinois. The Lewistown Indians from Lewiston, Illinois are in the house against the host Southeastern Suns. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Young Mr. Evan Wagner is on the camera, although he's over there on the phone checking out maybe the stream. I don't know what he's checking out over there. Hopefully he's hopefully he is watching the stream and he hears me say that he's watching. Does a great job on the camera. Hopefully we can have him here at Southeastern for many years to come. Abigail Schaefer back to serve, 11-3 the score. She has served 7 straight, I do believe. The attack, Schaefer's there. Savannah Ramsey sets to Summer Ramsey and blocked by Godlinski and Smith. Louise Godlinski and Landry Smith get the block. It's a side out for the Indians. 11-4. And Schubert back to serve. Stevens is there. Schaefer to Stevens, and she drives it down at the 10-foot line. And there was no chance for the Indians on that one. 8th kill for Amanda Stevens, and she goes back to serve. 12-4, Suns with the lead. Good serve that time. Boehner with the dig. That's deep. Schaefer's there. Stevens now is going to set back to Savannah Ramsey. Blocked. Going to be a bump set out to Summer Ramsey, and that's going to be 4 hits as a hitting error results in a side out. 12-5 the score. Malott going back to serve. Taylor Malott. Abby McMillan. Malott on the dig. It's going to be treble and a kill for Abby McMillan. A side out for the Suns. McMillan gets her 5th kill. Summer Ramsey. Back to serve. Summer has 6 service points, including 2 aces, also 3 kills. And that's a service error. 13-6, excuse me. Landry Smith going back to serve. Checking in is Shanna Judd. Schaefer with the dig on the serve receive. Griswold with the attack. They got it up, but it comes across. Schaefer's going to set to Savannah Ramsey, sends a free ball across. Back set. Schaefer's there. Stevens. Middle to Griswold. Doug on the far side. Going to need some help. It's going to be pushed across and out. Good thought. Judd had a good thought there, but just couldn't get it to fall. A side out, and Savannah Ramsey coming back to serve again. 14-6 the score. Boehner, bump set. Judd with the attack. Schaefer is going to tip it across, and it's a kill for Abigail Schaefer, her 2nd of the night. Savannah Ramsey gets the service point. That's her 1st. Net and almost a let serve, but not quite. Side out. Gracie Arthur checking in for Savannah Ramsey. Gracie Arthur will play back row. Wiegand back to serve. Summer Ramsey's there. Abigail Schaefer. Back row attack to Stevens. Dug off the net. Back set to Boehner. Arthur's there. Schaefer. McMillan on the attack. Deep corner. Nice job by Wiegand to get there. It's going to be pushed across and not get across. Judd had a good thought. Didn't work. 16-7. Maybe 15-7. I got 16-7. They got 15-8 on the scoreboard. See if they've changed that. Good hustle, and Griswold's going to send it across. It is 16-7. Tipped across. Schaefer, back set to Stevens. She tracks it down and sends a free ball across. Judd on the attack. Ramsey there. Schaefer to Stevens this time. It goes off of Malott. Oh, good job of getting there on Wiegand. It's going to come across. Arthur's there. Schaefer's going to send it back across, and Abigail Schaefer gets the kill, her third. McMillan gets the point. 17-7. McMillan's 5th point. Malott, as it went clear across court. Boehner on the attack, and it's out. McMillan gets her 6th. 18-7. Deep serve. Wiegand is there. Schubert. Schaefer. Griswold comes. They wanted a slide, and she set a middle. McMillan goes to get it. It comes across. It's pushed up. Judd's going to send it across. Arthur's there. Schaefer now is going to set outside to Griswold. Griswold's attack is dug. One hand set. Malott's going to send it across. McMillan's there. Now we're going to try it again. And Stevens, sheer athletic ability got Stevens to that one, and it gets her 9th kill. And McMillan gets another point. It's 19-7. Suns with the lead. More trouble with serve receive, but a good push over that time. Free ball coming across, deep corner and out as Stevens tried to get a little fancy with where she was putting that, and it went a little deep into the right for her. So it's going to be Cameron Boehner going back to serve now. McMillan, Schaefer, Stevens down the line and out. A hitting error. Boehner's going to get the service point. Unofficially, that's only the 4th service point of the night for the Indians. Boehner back to serve. Ramsey, Schaefer, out to Stevens, off the net, and in 20-9. 10th kill for Amanda Stevens. Madison Branchfield coming in to serve. She replaces Kinsey Griswold. Branchfield has had a lot of success in the JV contests, serving in the last couple games. Boehner is there. Richardson on the attack. Ramsey. Schaefer. Back to Summer Ramsey. Trouble, and Richardson's going to send a free ball across. Stevens is there. Schaefer. Slide to Stevens. Off the block. Doug. Richardson pushes it across. McMillan's there. And somebody was in the net, but Abigail Schaefer is going to get the kill anyway. Her 4th. I'm going to give it to her. They did call in the net, but I'm going to give it to her anyway. Madison Branchfield gets her 1st service point. It's 21-9. I think the Lewiston coach thought that Schaefer was in the net, and can't disagree with her. It kind of looked like it, but McMillan to Schaefer to Stevens, and Amanda Stevens gets another kill, her 11th. Branchfield gets her 2nd service point. It's 22-9. Middle to Schubert. Arthur's there. We talked about that play right there. Coach Kerr and I did before, as Summer Ramsey gets the kill. Madison Branchfield gets her 3rd point. Left coming to the middle, and middle going to right, and the middle left getting to hit. Summer Ramsey's there. Schaefer's going to be on the attack, and she'll get the kill, her 5th. Branchfield gets her 4th, and we're at set and match point, and Branchfield trying to serve 5 straight here. The serve is good. It's a let serve. It's dug. Back it goes to Judd, blocked by Stevens. Now it's going to go back to Judd. She'll push it across. Gracie Arthur is there. Schaefer going to set to Stevens, and she's going to drive it home with emphasis. The Suns get the win. 12 kills for Amanda Stevens, and it's 25-9. The Suns get the win here in set number 2. That makes it 25-13, 25-9 win for the Suns. We'll take a break, come back with some stats and maybe a quick word with Coach Kerr after this here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care. A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing. We have the ability to help you.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back to Southeastern High School. 25-13, 25-9. Suns get the win over Lewistown. The Indians, just like Liberty on Monday night, did not get 2 points on any single service all night long. In fact, they only had 4 service points in the 2 sets. Landry Smith had a block and a kill. Taylor Malott had 1 point. Abigail Wigan had 1 point and a kill. Cameron Boehner had a point. Kaylee Schubert had a point, a kill and a block. Shanna Judd had a kill, and Louise Godlinski had a block. Stats are a lot more prevalent for the Suns, as Summer Ramsey unofficially 6 service points, including 2 aces and 4 kills. Abigail Schaefer unofficially 10 points and 5 kills, and numerous set assists, of course. Savannah Ramsey had 1 service point. Kinsey Griswold had 2 kills. Madison Branchfield had 5 points. Abby McMillan at 7 points and 5 kills. Riley Van Fleet played, did not score or get a kill. Amanda Stevens, serve wasn't as beneficial tonight. She had 1 point, which was an ace, but she had 12 kills and a block, and Destiny Allred had the kill to end the first set. As we get ready to go here, and Coach, are you ready?
Ready whenever you are.
Coach Kerr is here with us, and I kind of forgot about it the other night. We didn't talk about it. Second match in a row that your serve receive has not allowed a second point on any single service. That's pretty impressive.
That's getting it done, isn't it?
It is
absolutely,
getting it done.
Absolutely. And we obviously, as everybody does, just concentrate a lot on serve receive, and I mean that's the key to winning games, is going on rolls and not letting the other teams go on rolls, and so we've been fortunate 2 nights in a row to be able to be successful at that for sure.
Looks like maybe a smidge of rust with Schaefer setting to Stevens, but I had her for 5 kills. She was very active tonight, and I felt like she was really pushing the issue a little bit, saying, I'm back, I want to do some good things. Had her for 10 service points and 5 kills.
Abigail?
Yeah.
No, obviously great to have her back. As much as for her setting, but also just for her energy and her ability to get the girls up and play hard and just be a solid, great, really good player on the floor for us. Defensively, she's good, and yeah, like you said, I think that she and Amanda had a little trouble hooking up a little bit there at times, but I think that'll come. And that's something that I was a little bit, kind of experienced even before she went out. Just that it seems like they're both really, really good players, and I feel like they should hook up a little bit better as far as just I don't know. No, it's hard to explain, but I think they'll get there, hopefully. So.
I guess you feel like when they are both that good, it should be really easy for them, right?
Exactly.
And
and they're doing some complicated things. It's the first time they've ever really played much together in terms of Abigail setting for Amanda. So obviously we ran a lot of. You saw more slides tonight from Amanda than we've ever, with the other setters. So and that's something that I think that we'll get better at eventually, obviously, hopefully, and that should be a big part of our offense because when Amanda goes behind the setter, the block's going to go with her. So that'll give our outsides an opportunity to swing with limited blocking, which sometimes they need. So just keep working.
We talked before about Macomb doing the double slide and the left coming to the middle. Ramsey got a kill on that exact play tonight.
Yeah, we did finally. Something we worked on, and that's just a numbers game as far as on the other side of the floor. You kind of get an idea of what they're going to do, and obviously you have to. In that situation, they're going to have to send 2 blockers on Amanda, as long assuming that we can not blow it out of bounds. If things go right, they're going to have to send 2 blockers, and that's going to just really open up some things from our left side. So something we'll continue to work on and hopefully get better at. That was really the first time we ran that particular set, this year. But something we worked on in practice last night, and it'll come, I think.
Destiny Allred got the kill to end the first set. She doesn't play a lot, but she has fun, and it looks like she's an important part of the team.
She is.
And they work hard to get her sets when she's in the game.
Absolutely. They do a good job of that, and that's something that's really important. And it's something that I remember as a basketball player myself. I remember trying to make sure that when players, it was hard to believe I was actually on the floor some, but when I was on the floor, I remember my coach leaving me on the floor with the rest of when they took some of the other starters out because I was remembered being an important part is to get some of the kids that are on the bench some shots up, and that's the same thing we do with with Destiny there. And she's someone who came to us kind of late in her career. She came to us, I guess, in maybe 7th or 8th grade, and she'd already missed a couple years. She came from Hamilton and kind of missed some of the foundation that some of our really good coaches in the 5th and 6th grade level. So she's just kind of I think she feels like she's always kind of been playing catch up, with our girls, and it's nice. But I tell you what, she's one of our greatest cheerleaders, if not our greatest cheerleader. And as a senior, she goes off to work study after class, or in the middle of the day, and she goes and she's working at pharmacy in Carthage and has a work study job, and she's just a great kid. And she gets off work and comes back to practice and gives it her all. And you mentioned she's a big part of the team, and you couldn't be more correct on that. She just really one of the heart and soul players that are on our bench.
Gracie Arthur came in and played well in that second set for you too.
Yeah,
she's been playing some anyway, but and she plays a lot obviously as libero in the JV contests. But she came in and passed the ball well, and it felt like she just kind of fit in with the starters that were still in the game.
Yep, and that's something we do mix and match a lot in practice. So we feel like we have at least 12 kids that can play. I think right now 13 girls in practice that can kind of interchange. And those girls are playing with with Amanda's and the Abbies and Summers all every night at practice. So it's not something that they're intimidated about or with. And they do a good job. All the bench girls. I sometimes I feel bad for them because if they were on, no offense, but if they were on other teams, they'd probably be playing a lot more at times. So that's something that tribute to them. They stick with it, and they are great teammates. And when they get an opportunity,
he's going to get fired.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He's going to get. Evan just about hit me with the volleyball.
I know it.
Yeah. Is that now? I'm going to sidetrack here.
Yep.
Is that Angela's fault for not digging that, or is it Evan's fault for hitting there?
I'm going to say Angela's, her DNA probably thought that was out, so she probably let it go, I'm guessing. So however many years ago it's been, she knew that ball was probably going to go out. So I'll blame Evan for an erratic spike. How's that?
Okay, that'll work. So now right back at it tomorrow night with Western.
Yep.
After watching this game, you guys played well. I'm not saying you didn't, but you saw some things that, some timing things and some – are you glad to be playing again immediately tomorrow night, or would a practice be better tomorrow night?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know how to answer that. It's too good of a question. You stumped me. Either one. I think the game situations is probably better at this point. I think we beat our brains out together against each other in practices, and even though we haven't had many, and it wouldn't be a bad idea. But I just think in game situations right now, we'll be able to kind of work through some things. And, fortunately, the last couple of nights we've had a couple easy ones, and if everything goes well tomorrow night, hopefully, we'll have some opportunity to try some things, and that's something that eventually we'll be able to implement some of those things in games where maybe it's more crucial and the score's a little closer. So I think those are good opportunities for us to work on those type of things. If the score's closer, you don't see us probably trying as many of those things, and right or wrong, that's just kind of how it goes out.
So you see people will see scores 25-13, 25-9, and some people will say, what do you learn from that? Because you're not playing apparently high level competition, right? So what do you learn from that?
Sure.
Well, if people watch you and most of the good coaches, I think you learn because you put people in situations, right?
Yeah.
And you can see how those people handle those situations.
Yeah, no question. You're always working on things and kind of tweaking things here and there. And, it's such a – I guess all sports are like this, but it just seems like, to me in volleyball, if you're a superior team like we've been the last couple of nights – the other team's just in a lot of trouble because you're just always constantly running offense, and you're bigger and stronger and a little bit more skilled in that situation than the other team. And I've been on the other end of it obviously too. So you play a team that's just better than you, and it's just a long night. You try your hard. Maybe you try to serve tougher, to give yourself an advantage there, and then at that when you do that, then maybe your service percentage goes down. So maybe that's counterproductive, and then you try to run offense and try to hit the ball over versus setting free ball after free ball, because when you do, you just get it stuffed down your throat. So it's a tough situation. That's been that was the case tonight. I think they didn't have a lot of offense against us, so we were able to get our defense set and for the most part run fairly good offense. And when we didn't run good offenses, it felt like we were trying some different things and just trying to tweak some things here and there. When
the other team is maybe more skilled, but definitely more powerful than you, if you let them stay in system, it's a pretty long night for you.
Exactly. That's right. And like I said, we've been on both sides of those things, and
you'll be on both sides of them again, probably, right?
Correct.
You got a pretty good tournament this weekend, I think.
We do. The pool we're in is relatively tough. We go to New Berlin. It's a 16-team tournament, so there's 4 pools of 4. Our pool is Valmeyer from a team from down southern Illinois, and then West Central, Winchester West Central, and then Athens. Valmeyer, last check, they were in the top 25 in the state in terms of max preps. And West Central's always got a pretty nice program. They got good athletes, and then Athens is the one we're kind of looking at as being a really tough one. They are a AA school and have a nice record. We actually saw them twice this summer at Springfield, and they gave us all we wanted for sure. So they're definitely a very, very worthy opponent. Along the lines, I think, of the Unities and the Camp Point Centrals and the teams you saw on the last night of our tournament. So definitely, a tough pool, a good pool, and then if we're fortunate enough to get through that, then we've got Raymond Lincolnwood, who I think is 10 or 11-0 right now, and I think they're ranked in maybe 8th or 9th or something. They've had some good wins, including beating Athens. And then, hopefully, obviously, if we get our way, then, we keep winning. Then that would set up a potential rematch with Springfield Lutheran, who's also undefeated in the top, 5 or 6 of the state, and a team that we beat last year in the championship there, and then also beat at the state tournament to get to the championship game. So they have nobody. They lost nobody from last year, so they have all their players coming back, and I'm sure they would like nothing more than to
have a shot at you guys
to show us some revenge. So it is, and it's nice. It's obviously that was something we were really, really hopeful that we could get Abigail back, not only for the weekend, but in my case, get her back for a couple matches before the weekend, so that we can kind of work some of that rust off. So turned out really, really well, and is obviously, we haven't talked about that yet, but it's really nice having Abigail back on the floor, and yeah, it'll be interesting. We play, and then you go 2 more days forward, and you got Unity again. So, really, we'll know a lot more about how good we are and what we need to work on, and all those things in a matter of 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about Abigail at the start of this, but
I have not a very good memory, so I forgot about that.
No, we didn't talk about her a lot, but She really is your spark plug, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she and Summer both do a really good job, just as cheerleaders on the floor and coaches on the floor, and just so much effort. Obviously, as you could tell by the ball, that put her out for 10 days or whatever. She just goes after everything and never says die. And she and Summer are just two really nice players. You see them walking down the mall, and you probably don't think volleyball player because they're not tall and they're not particularly built as far as strength and things like that. But man, they're both really good volleyball players and play hard and have a lot of heart and soul and are able to do a lot of good things.
It's a lot about attitude, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
And the belief that you can get to anything, or if you can get to it, you can make something happen.
Definitely.
Summer Ramsey throws herself all over the floor, right? I mean, Abigail does to some extent, but in her position, she doesn't do as much of that. But Summer has to be a bruise from head to toe.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because she's diving for everything. She if she thinks she can even touch it, she's going to drive for it to try to make something happen.
She does.
Right?
She's a college level defensive player. I'm not saying what level as far as Division I or anything like that, but I'm just telling you, she can play college volleyball if she wants to as a defensive player for sure.
Well, Coach, we're going to be back at it again tomorrow night. Western. It's kind of funny. I'm looking through. This is the first team that I've seen you play that wasn't at the tournament. Wasn't at the Lady Sons Classic.
Yeah, that's right.
Everything, and then so tomorrow night Western was there, and then next Monday night Unity was there too, and you played Unity at the tournament.
Right.
So it's like a lot of those teams at that tournament, right?
Definitely.
I mean, you didn't play all of them.
No, correct. Right.
In fact, Unity's the first one that you will have played, I think. But
right.
we saw them all, so you got to see them all. So there's not a whole lot of surprise for you.
No, not really. Not really. Not that we do much scouting right now at this point of the year, but with the way things are now, technology-wise, you can pretty much watch any team you want to. I've spent a lot of, not nearly as many as Coach Schillian does, but I spend a lot of hours, just watching teams, from 10 p.m. to midnight, and Coach Schillian watches 10 times more than I do. She's even more of a freak about than I am. So, but yeah, no, you're right. And Western, we saw them, and Menden. Obviously we've got the big weekend, but obviously Menden being the one loss on our record is we're looking at that one just to kind of see what happens as far as see if we playing with the full deck, how we kind of stack up.
That didn't sound real good, playing with a full deck.
Yeah, good point.
Not usually in that context. Is that you
good point. Good point.
But I'm sure Abigail's excited to get to that game as well, right?
Sure.
That's the one she missed on Saturday.
Definitely.
I mean, she missed some between, obviously, but that's the one she missed on Saturday, and you guys lost. So she's probably excited to get to that one
Definitely.
too.
I think we all are, and just. And I think Unity is too, probably. I think they probably felt like there's an asterisk by their win as well, and good for them. I talked to some of their players this past Saturday at the JV tournament over there, and every one of them that I talked to asked how Abigail was doing. And they can't wait to play us again, and when we have her, so tribute to them. And obviously they're one of my biggest rivals, but also one of my favorite teams, other than us too. Seth Klusemeyer is a great coach and one of my really, really good friends.
He's a really good dude.
Yeah, he really is. So I know he felt obviously gratified by the win, but also understood
a little
that,
slighted, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You're a little slighted because you get the win, but you
exactly right.
Everybody's going to say. You won,
correct,
right? There's always that but.
So I'm excited for, obviously for them and to get a chance to write that, and also for us to see where we stand up with them too, because they're still awful good, and they're going to give us all we want, no question.
They've got some good players, and you're going to see some good players this weekend. And Western, they had trouble in your tournament, but there's a reason why you play these games. I mean, look at the first fresh soft game tonight.
Yeah.
Set. I mean, you were ahead, and then suddenly you were behind.
I know.
And then you got up big in set two, and they rolled off 6 or 7 straight points. Now that was a substitution thing, and maybe out of your character a little bit, but nonetheless.
Yeah, correct.
Volleyball's it doesn't. You play the game for a reason.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you. Talk about Western is their coach. I just love her. She just does such a good job. Anna Heckler. She just really knows the game, and I remember her. She played at Barry, and then she played at Culver Stockton, I believe, under the late Coach Meyer, and really have a lot of respect for her and her program. And she always does a really good job of getting the best out of her kids' ability. And her kids always play hard; they play the game the right way. And whether they're winning or losing, they're really they represent their school really well and their coach really well. So I'm really proud. It makes me sound really old, but I'm really proud of her and what she's done with that program. And like I said, the wins aren't always there, but the effort is always there, and the intention is always there.
Well, if you want to feel old again for another reason, I was talking to Coach Rexroth last night, and during our broadcast, we have our live chat, and our live chat had somebody from the class of 16 to 19. Okay. Her mother, Villillo.
Okay.
Anyway, she's talking about how great the program as she's built there is, and so on, and she's there long enough to she's got a legacy started, right?
Right.
You and I both watched her play in high school.
We did.
And she's been through 4 years of school.
Yes.
4 years of college.
Right.
Coached with Terry Paul a year or two.
Yep.
And so all this has happened after that.
Yeah.
So
we're
pretty old.
We are old.
And it's that made me feel old when you and I talked about it the night before, but when she pointed it out,
right,
it makes you feel
old.
Yeah.
So one of the captains tonight from Lewistown had her hair in like the little ball, I don't know what little Minnie Mouse things or whatever. I don't even know what they're called, but she had them in those. So I started to tell her a story about when I started coaching, and I said that was probably about 10 years before you were born. I said I remember when we had a big rival game and we wanted to really beat someone bad. I'd tell the girls, okay, we're going pigtails tonight, or we're doing putting our hair up in buns or whatever. So that just reminded me of that. So I started to tell her that, and I said, 10 years before you were born, we were doing that, and I was doing that as a coach. So that's pretty despicable, I think.
Yeah, well, but you're still doing it well, so that's all that matters, right?
I appreciate it.
Well, Coach, I'll let you get out of here. Thanks for joining us again tonight. I guess I'll see you tomorrow night.
We will see you tomorrow night.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, that's it for TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night right here from Southeastern High School. BPC and West Prairie have games tomorrow night as well, and the Ironman game will be on at West Prairie as well after that. So thanks for joining us tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll talk to you again very soon.